I joined SLK for the easy commute from home to work, a blessing for Bangaloreans. As I spent years, 12 to be precise, several facets of SLK software have grown on me, which I have a pleasure of sharing.
I want to share a few thoughts about Uma. She was an exceptional leader, a woman leader, who always found solutions to SLK's most critical problems and kept the company without any hurdles with customers.
She was our first, and in my opinion, still our senior most lady leader at SLK that we have had right up. She quickly became the torchbearer and an inspiration to our women employees who looked up to Uma as a role model for what a successful professional career woman could achieve. Uma herself had accomplished a lot in a short time. She had transitioned from being a householder, a homemaker, to being a successful career woman and embarked upon a path to the very senior most levels of SLK management quickly. She handled the home, her husband, her parents, in-laws, her two precious daughters on one side, with a critical important role that she played with SLK on the other. As if that wasn't enough, Uma headed our Prosh committee and worked hard alongside me at Maitri, energizing and supporting and growing our women's network.
She always took up on the challenges in a very calm demeanor and always navigated us and always made customers extremely happy and satisfied with our info security systems and procedures.
Uma was a treasured and cherished member of the SLK family. Uma fought the good fight hard and courageously. You will forever be treasured and can never be forgotten at SLK.
Uma was the first and the tallest lady leader at SLK. The way she led information security, the way she represented SLK and assured the banks that our controls were the best went a long way in our businesses growing with the banks. Similarly, when we had to start Prosh, a very, very sensitive thing to lead, she was exemplary. Then came the situation of her health. She was very transparent with us. She had to go through all this. And after she recovered from it, she came back to work immediately. She tried to do her best. She had to retire. And then all this happened. I must tell that she will stay as a role model to all our women leaders at SLK. And again, not just for the women, but for everybody here.
Uma was an amazing woman. Even though she was the CISO, playing the leadership role, she was very humble and down to earth. Uma joined SLK in the year 2008, and I had the privilege of working with her for around 9 years. She played various roles across information security, quality, L&D, internal tools, FRMC, and even Prosh. Through Prosh, she ensured that SLK was a safe working place for everyone. Uma and I were two completely different people, but we used it strategically to run the show. I would push people, and she would always support me from the back. Through this model, we ensured that we established a robust ISMS at SLK. Over the 9 years we worked together, she grew to be more than a colleague or a boss to me. She became like a friend, an older sister, and that is something I will always cherish.
In any area that she touched. We continued to work on various other internal initiatives during her time here, and we were involved together in Maitri and Prosh, and I remember her contributing immensely to these initiatives, and she took these responsibilities extremely seriously. One of the very key initiatives that she took on that we know today as SLK Converge, version 1 of SLK Converge was driven by Uma, and she did a great job at that time. What an all-rounder. Uma, I will always continue to be inspired by you and I'm sure you will continue to inspire all those whose lives you've touched.
Uma was a very fond colleague and a dear friend for me at SLK. Inspired on certain qualities when she demonstrated utmost professionalism and integrity when she managed the crisis for one of our clients, working diligently with the client as well as the internal teams, be it the project teams, infrastructure teams, facility teams, and HR teams.
Long hours of working with the team, yet ensuring there remains fun in between. I am not an expert in this area, but here is my 2 cents on the audit report. As I reflect, those 2 cents were most significant more often than not. Quite often we used to talk other than routine, getting to know how beautiful she was within. A journey I cherished and will miss the most. Such has been the persona we just lost. She was eloquent even when silent. My prayer for her as she steps in other island.
Thank you SLK for giving us this platform to share our thoughts about Uma. A character of a person is defined by how he or she faces adversity, and Uma was defined by how she faced the biggest challenge of her life with courage, grace and fortitude. After being diagnosed with cancer through a CT scan on a Sunday morning in December 2018, we had to attend my nephew's engagement ceremony immediately. Before the CT, we had no idea of what was in store for us, and hence we had planned to attend. Any normal person would have collapsed on hearing the news. But Uma said that it was my nephew's day, and letting people know that she was diagnosed with cancer may mar the occasion, and so she kept it private without anyone knowing of the calamity. This character typified Uma prior to and post cancer. Uma underwent 4 rounds of chemotherapy and 1 round of radiation, but exhibited a never say die spirit till the end. Uma became popular for her beautiful smile and cheerful attitude at the hospital despite her pain and suffering. She used to joke with the doctors that because of her innumerable stays at the hospital, she should become its brand ambassador. She even became a source of inspiration to the doctor attending her because of her grit and determination. After the first chemotherapy, she had some hesitation to go back to work, thinking how her colleagues would respond to her short hair look. But full marks to her colleagues who did not make her feel awkward at all. SLK was a family to Uma, and her best memory was her birthday celebration at the Indian Ocean, which of course makes me jealous even today. Typical of IT professionals, she had navigated several companies before coming to roost at SLK. Besides dedicating her efforts to information security and the work on anti-sexual harassment committee, her innate passion led to creation of the IT security bot that she was so very proud to launch at the end of her career. In trying to keep out of the box passion of Uma alive at SLK, if it were possible, as a family, we would like to provide a small corpus to SLK's Maitri Fund. The annual interest could be given as a prize money in Uma's memory at their annual meeting to early career professionals, women professionals who have made out-of-the-box contributions in any field to SLK.
After being a stay-at-home mom and a housewife for 10 years, she decided to begin her professional career in the IT industry. She worked hard to acquire the skill sets while paying careful attention to the nuances that would eventually propel her to the top leadership position one day. She did all of this while balancing her responsibilities of being a mother, a wife, a daughter-in-law, and a daughter. She even managed to squeeze in time to stay healthy and remain fit through her aerobics, gym, and yoga obsession. She taught us how to never give up and always strive to create an impact as a strong, determined woman. My mom's promotion to the senior leadership team at SLK, where she was the only female representation, was an achievement not only on a personal level for her, but also a victory for women in general who seldom make it to the top.
In 2014, my mom went on a team offsite with her colleagues from SLK. Her love for life and her excitement to try new things made her go on a banana boat. On that banana boat ride, she somehow managed to tear a ligament. She came back home, she was in a lot of pain and could barely walk. But a week later, she was traveling to Canada on a 22-hour plane ride to help my sister move. She was fearless and she did not stop. And this is exactly how she's been her entire life. She would take on new challenges without any fear. She never focused on the outcome. She believed in giving her 1000% to the journey and always believed that her hard work would eventually pay off.
We are all going to miss Uma a lot, and we know she's in a much better place now.
Uma, you will forever be treasured and can never be forgotten at SLK, and I will truly, truly miss you. Rest in peace, my friend. Om Shanti.